On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side. So we have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch your snow, my peeps. We're going to kick it off with the latest crime stats from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF. Now, the latest crime stats shows that there has been an 18% reduction in fatal knockings and clappings by the hands of criminal element since the start of the year. So according to the JCF crime stats, 879 people have been brutally murdered by the hands of criminal elements, the old dirty corner boy them, since the 1st of January to the 5th of October. So this is 197 fewer than the corresponding period last year. So whilst we are definitely grateful to see 197 people less end up lose them 3 points by criminal elements, 18% is still a drop in the bucket. Now the parish of St. James continues to record the most fatal knockings and clappings of all the police divisions. Now Mobi St. James Police Division stands at 105 fatal knockings and clappings by criminal elements as at October 5. That figure is still lower when compared to what the division recorded for the corresponding period last year, which was 149 people lose them 3 points them time here last year. So St. James is followed by the Westmoreland Police Division, which is a far enough second. We definitely love that. 79 fatal knockings and clappings. The St. Andrew South Police Division has recorded 22 fewer knockings and clappings for the period, with a total of 76 fatalities to the hands of criminal elements. The St. Catherine North Police Division saw 67 people end up losing for them 3 points for the period. The St. Catherine South Police Division has recorded 65. The parish of Manchester has seen an increase in fatal knockings and clappings, with 42 people end up losing them 3 points when compared to 30 for the corresponding period last year. Now, I hope the commanding officer for Manchester listen to this, because he stated in a recent interview that crime is not out of control in Manchester. I don't know if him wanted to look something like St. James one before him feel like it out of control. So DSP Kerry Duncan, it out of control. You have 42 right now under your watch when compared to 30 last year. So 12 more people end up lose them 3 points. The parishes and the police divisions of Trelawney, St. Elizabeth, the Eastern Kingston Police Division, the St. Andrew Central Police Division, the St. Andrew North Police Division have also recorded increases. On the other hand, Portland continues to record the least number of fatal knockings and clappings with 8. And I hope that Portland stays in the single digit throughout the course of this year. So meanwhile, knockings and clappings, just the shootings, have declined by nearly 7%, coming from a whopping 797 as at October 5th. That's 55 fewer knockings and clappings incidents than the number recorded for the similar period last year. Other major crimes such as hold on and take, robbery and breaking continues to decline. Now, can you imagine, my peeps, if of that 797 shooting incident, all of them people did end up lose them 3 points? Do the maths, my peeps. That wouldn't look both for Jamaica. None at all. So let's give thanks that them shooting incident there never end up in a fatalities. Yeah, man. So my peeps, the thing rough. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Kingston Western Police Division, an investigation has been launched into the loss of life of a detainee from the Denham Town Police lockup who lost his life at the Kingston Public Hospital on Monday. Now the deceased has since been identified as this old dirty corner boy presently on your screen, identified as 23-year-old Michael Adams, said to be from a Lancaster district in Portland. Now it is reported that Michael Adams, who is popularly known in the streets as Blacks by the way, who was being accused of a fatal knockings and clappings of a man, was escorted from the police station to the hospital on Friday, October 4th. He was, however, admitted in the hospital. It is said that when examined, his doctors looked in his eyes and saw that, hey, we have to keep that one here. He's on the brink of losing him 3 points. However, on Monday, he was found unresponsive by doctors sometime around 12:30. It is said that he was later pronounced, you know what, at the hospital morgue. Now we could get into the meat of the matter of this criminal element here, 23-year-old Michael Adams, aka Blacks, who is said to be from Lancaster district in a Portland. Well, let me tell you this, John Public. Probably in Barna, Portland, but this criminal element here, they are Rema and knock it and clap it. Yeah, man. Now, about 2 months ago, I did this vlog about this criminal element here. He was listed as wanted for the fatal knockings and clappings of this other criminal element here, presently on your screen, known as Usher. Yeah, man, I am deal with the dirt settings there. So, after him run wanted, police hold on upon him and jail him. Furthermore, him may call him owner, uncle, end up losing him 3 points. This criminal element here, presently on your screen, identified as Jaheim McGregor, slap where Blacks' uncle after Blacks slap where Usher. Yeah, man, a serious business a go on. Now we hear the people in Rema speculate and I wonder what go on because a young youth were healthy and alright and all of a sudden him just go hospital and just pronounce just like that. Them a ball for justice up there, say them want answers for them family because a must maddy metic him. If you not understand what we mean by metic in a Jamaica, it mean poison. Yeah, man. So we just go and wait for see what the autopsy are going to say. How Blacks end up lose 3 points in such a fashion. Well, no condolences coming from On The Spot News Media because Blacks was a old dirty corner boy. So, however, which way Blacks go, him gone. One less criminal element that for the government feed and for the regular members of Chan Public have to contend with. Yeah, man. Now over there in the St. Catherine North Police Division, in the community of Glengoffe. Now that community has been rocked with yet again another fatality. But this time, the criminal element behind that fatality is a sibling of the now deceased female. Now on your screen is the female who had been reported missing since the 28th of September. Now this morning, her lifeless body was found in a shallow grave in Glengoffe, St. Catherine. Now it is understood by On The Spot News Media that a sibling reportedly confessed to the police on Monday about being involved in the disappearance and provided a location for the cops. This led the team of St. Catherine North Police to conduct an operation this morning in Glengoffe, where the body of the woman was found. Now I have some video footage for you and also some persons who have a better understanding of what would have happened between both siblings. Now listen.
Him not feel no way and him not search nobody.
You saw him yesterday? You saw him yesterday?
Him the out here so we there. Him the out here so we there. Which day? Him the out here so him not talk. Him not talk. Him not business. Him not business. Him just there side. Him not business. Him not business. Him not business.
So he wasn't helping out to look?
Because of talk. Because he say him look suspicious. Yeah. Him suspect him. Him suspect
so where do you think he buried her?
We don't know. We don't know how we tell her to go down at the yard. Go look.
Where's the
she
yard?
got the night. She live. When you see that where that truck the reach and go down.
Down.
Yeah, and go straight down to the bottom.
You know her? You're
Yeah, me used to them. Them always they here. Them always they here. When I see she come, when I see she go out here, and when I see she come, her mother got a town. And when I see she come, the sister was standing over there so by the shop. I was say, where is your sister? I said, I'm not know. My cousin say, she passed here and go up the road. She go up the road, and then she said she soon come back. So when she said she soon come back, she calm and jovial. You can talk to her. We run joke with them and tease them, and sometimes they will cry and then we say leave me alone and me not trouble you, and then we cuss you out, and everybody's still there as one in the circle here. So them go out.
What kind of work she did?
No, them just them not really sensible to all that. You understand? Them not 100. Them can. It's like if she goes somewhere now, she can go out of the area. Them not really sensible. Them brain is like a young child.
Yeah, man, understand.
Yeah, it's like a young child, right? So them with their own.
So how have you been searching for her since?
Well, the Sunday, the mother went to Bagwa, Linstead side, Bagwa, Linstead, and asking people, right? That would be big road and you go left turn. So you go Linstead and go down. Okay. So Akaza Bagwa, Akaza the side. And asking people, and people will just saying, them see her, them show them picture and them will say, them see her.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah.
How are you?
So the fact that the residents them in the place, I said, boy, the two of them head not so right. Them have some sort of mental issues. We can't say nothing too tough because we don't know what really take place, and the fact that they mentally challenged, them probably, well, the brother probably went through one of them little moments of insanity there and take him own sister life. We don't know for sure how him do it yet, because when the news are dropped, the thing still fresh on the scene. Police still get the man them to come carry the bodyguard, the mag and all of these things. So we just have to wait for an autopsy to see the cause of his sister's loss of life. Boy, may I tell you. But we're glad same confess to it still and tell the police them which part she does, so at least I don't know she can get a decent enough burial. Now over there in the western side of the island, the Trelawney police have arrested and charged a known criminal element for the fatal knockings and clappings of him girlfriend. Now the criminal element in question has since been identified as 49-year-old Sherman Sterling, said to be from a Salt Spring Road address in a quarry district in St. James. His charge comes because of the fatal knockings and clappings of his girlfriend back in April of this year, to be exact, the 5th of April of this year. The girlfriend who was on the receiving end of the fatal bullets has since been identified as 32-year-old Sandra Williams, said to be of a Albion Road address in the parish of St. James. Her lifeless body was found along the Holland Road in the parish of Trelawney. Now he has since been charged with possession of unauthorized ammunition and also possession of prohibited weapon and of course murder. Him get charged for use the unauthorized weapon for commit a felony. So investigations carried out by the police and the forensic connected forensic data to Sterling and stating that he was the triggerman behind the fatal knockings and clappings of his girlfriend. So on Monday, a question and answer session was carried out with Sterling and also done in the presence of his attorney. And of course, he was officially charged there and then. A court date is being finalized for this whole dirty kind of boy. Now, the last thing that we are going to talk about. You have some people out there in a society, where it come in like them just love self-destruct and do some little things to just put themselves in a problem. Now the police them arrest and charge this brother identified as Christopher Keaton. Some people may know him as Christopher Keaton, depending upon how you talk, I guess. Them charge this brother to be in possession of a JDF member identification card and JDF paraphernalia. Now we go on is that the police them do a spot check, and when the police them stop him show them the JDF man ID looking totally different from the person pan the ID, and I tell the squad of them say him a soldier. So the squad of them look pan the ID, look pan him face, look back pan the ID and look pan him face again, and I say, brother, and I you this, and just bangle him. So the police them detain him, go through him phone and say the brother in a full army fatigue, army jersey and all sort of things. And I pose with it, I put it on all him social media. So of course I know some of them officially laid some charges upon him. So the police them charge him for the identification card bearing the insignia and other security features of the country's military. He was also charged under the Defense Act for unauthorized use and dealing in military decoration and for impersonating a JDF officer. When him hear the police then say that, him ball out quick and fast, say squaddy, I find it. So him basically find a JDF person bag with ID, uniform, jerseys, everything, and just start parade all around, all over social media like the idiot him is. I try fool 1 and 2 little atas pan him page, say him a soji. Boy, may I tell him my peeps, you have some whole heap of fool people, parity, I know. So him basically send for himself, gone straight to prison. Boy, may I tell you. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.